Hello everyone, this is Asa No Ha here, and in today's tutorial I will teach you how to draw the Asa No Ha in Affinity Designer. The Asa No Ha is a traditional Japanese pattern that is based on a hemp leaf. Asa No Ha in Japanese means hemp leaf. It is a common pattern throughout Japan, and it represents strength, growth, and good luck. I will draw the pattern as black on a white background, but it comes in different color variations. As I explained in my previous tutorial, in order to create a pattern for a pattern fill, we first need to identify the core pattern that repeats itself throughout the composition. The key to identifying a core pattern is that it must start on one side where it ends on the other side. So here in this pattern, I identify the following core pattern that I highlighted with the red rectangle. So as you can see, it starts on the left where it ends on the right. It starts at the top where it ends at the bottom. So this is what the core pattern will look like after we have exported it. So to get started, we go to File, New, and we create a new composition. We give it 1000 by 1000 pixels in dimensions. And then we add some horizontal and vertical center guides to the composition. And then we make sure that snapping, snap to guides, and snap to object bounding boxes are enabled. And then we can start drawing the core pattern. So we take the polygon tool, we set the fill to none, we leave the stroke as black, and we set the width to 1 point. Here we set the number of sides to 6. And then starting from the middle of the composition, and while pressing Ctrl and Shift, we go ahead and we expand the figure until it is about of 200 pixels in dimension. And then we are going to draw the 6-pointed star that is within it. So we take the star tool, we set the fill to none, the stroke to black, and stroke width to 1 point, and here number of points to 6. And then starting from the middle of the composition, and while holding Ctrl and Shift, we go ahead and we draw a star. And we expand it until it snaps to the hexagon, like this. So now we have the star, we need to adjust it so that here there is a straight line. So we need to adjust the inner radius value. We set it to 58. So as you can see now there is a straight line here. And the last step, we need to connect the opposing points of the star, and we are going to do it with the pen tool. So we take the pen tool, stroke to black, and then we go ahead and we connect the opposing points of the star, like this. We connect the first line, and then we press on Escape to unselect. And then we draw another line, and we press on Escape. So between each line we need to press Escape to unselect. Alright, so now we have drawn the shape, and we can use it to create the core pattern that we need in order to do the pattern fill. So we are going to delineate the core pattern with the rectangle tool. So we take the rectangle tool, we set the fill and the stroke to none. And the core pattern is going to be from this point here to this point here. So we are going to delineate it with the rectangle tool. So we draw the rectangle all over it. And then we select the rectangle. We make sure that it is positioned correctly. And if it is positioned correctly, then we can go ahead and export it. So first we are going to set the background to transparency. So we go to Document Setup, Color, and here we check on Transparent Background. And then we can go ahead and we can export the core pattern. So we go to File, Export. Here as a file type, we set it to PNG as we need it for the transparency. And here as area, we set it to Selection Area as we need only what's within the rectangle. And then we press on Export. So now we have the core pattern that is exported, and we can use it to do a pattern fill. So we go to File, New, and we create a new composition. And then we go ahead and we take the rectangle tool, we set the fill and stroke to none. And we draw a rectangle all over the composition. And then we take the vector float fill tool, we select the rectangle, we go here to set bitmap fill. We select the pattern that we just created. And then we press on the composition, and this creates the pattern fill. And then we can adjust the handles to make the pattern bigger or smaller. Alright, so that was it from my side. You learned how to create the Asa No Ha pattern in Affinity Designer. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Affinity Designer tutorials in the future. And until then, see you next time. Bye!